Somebody please tell me what's going on with Chicago Sky. I mean, what's going on with this team, man? If you guys haven't heard by now, Lindsey Allen, Cardoso, and the head coach for Chicago Sky did a post-game press conference, right? And, before the press conference even started, which it took about, I think, 10 to 11 minutes for it to start, there was a whole lot of commotion going on. A whole lot of commotion going on in the background. Sound like the team was going at it with each other. Whole lot of banging, yelling. It was just crazy. Clearly, you're starting to see a young team fall apart, right? You have a head coach that it looks like she don't know what to do with this young talent, right? I felt like they should have won this game. They should have beat the Sun last night. I really do believe that. I felt like the high-low ball game that they was playing against the Sun, they could not do anything about it. They couldn't stop it. The pick and roll, Cardoso, killing them. She had 18 points, I think, last night, 6 rebounds. Like I said, she was killing it. They couldn't stop her. They couldn't find a way to stop her. So why go away from that if you know that they can't stop, especially when you had the lead? Allen, she did good. She had 6 assists, 14 points. Kennedy Carter. Now, as good as she is, I feel like she is the bad apple. She is the one bad apple that is really spoiling this team. And like I said, she's very good. She is. I give her props. She's probably one of the best point guards in the game. But with that attitude, it doesn't mean anything. And the direction that the Chicago Sky is going, they got to get rid of her. I don't care if they trade for her or just drop her. And even if you pull them out the draft, right, go and get you a phenomenal point guard, a very high potential point guard in that draft. Start them all young, start fresh, and let them gel together. And then in 2 to 3 years, they'll be great, right? But you got to get rid of her. Based off of what I seen, how she acted last night, the flagrant fouls, nobody could tell her nothing. Even when she go talk to the head coach trying to keep her composure. I could see it on her face. But she wouldn't even listen to her head coach. Even when she fouled out, she's yelling at everybody. Everybody. She was yelling at the ref. She was yelling at her teammates. She was yelling at her coach. Like, I see the potential in the Sky, especially with having Cardoso, having Reese. I don't know, man. I really don't know. They got to get rid of Carter. It just has to happen. Especially if this was her in the background making all this noise. Now, my guess, it was based off of how she was acting in the game. So it's just crazy. We're going to get to this video. I'm going to let y'all hear it, and y'all let me know what y'all think.
How you do diversity. And she said that you guys don't see it as diversity, you see it as playing basketball. So I just want to get your thoughts on it.
Yeah, it's basically what she said. I feel like we don't feel much pressure because this is something we love to do, and that's something we appreciate when we're out there doing. We have fun playing with each other. So it's basically just playing basketball.
Let's go to both of you. What did you feel like you were doing in the first half that made you lose your lead?
Sorry, say that again?
So what do you think you were doing that you weren't executing on?
Look at Cardoso's face. Clearly something is going on and something is wrong in that locker room. Look how she looked. She's like, what is going on? You hear banging, you hear yelling. She can't even focus on the conference. She can't focus on it. She can't. Because all the commotion going on. Poor Allen, she's trying to maintain her composure. You can see that she's just trying her best to get through the interview. But, it's a lot going on right now. And, man, they got to figure it out real fast.
I think just our defense. We didn't really do what we talked about doing in practice and then shoot around and according to the scouting report. So just locking in on that and continuing to do it consistently has been the issue for us all season. So, just defensively.
One more person? Yeah. this team, it seems like in the second half you guys clearly
I close the
made
door.
introductions anyway.
No, it's okay.
Look at her face. She is disappointed. And I would be too. You know, if your team out here acting like this, you can't even get through the conference. You're trying to focus and really pay attention to what they're asking you, the questions that they're asking you, but you can't even really focus on answering them because your team is doing so much in the background. I mean, clearly this shows you that there are a lot of problems going on with the Chicago Sky. I mean, point blank period. There's a lot of people that probably hate each other in that locker room, and it just not looking good. It's not. Look, man, it's a shame that you can have a lot of talent in a player, and it gets them nowhere. And I'm talking about Kennedy Carter at this moment. You can have a lot of talent in a player, and it gets them nowhere because of the way that they carry themselves. And that's what I see when I look at Kennedy Carter. Now, mind you, I was going at bat for her. You know, I was the one that said, you know, the Sky need her in order to make it to the playoffs. They will not make it to the playoffs without Kennedy Carter. But at this point, that don't even matter. It really doesn't matter. She's affecting the team as a whole. And to be honest with you, I kind of feel like that's a reason why Mabry was so happy to get up out of there. She had so many negative things to say about Chicago Sky. And, you know, I get it now. And the main person she was targeting was Kennedy Carter. So that kind of goes to show you who's the problem when it comes to that team, really. And as an organization, I think the best thing to do, if you want to see that team grow, if you have a vision for that team in the near future, the best thing to do is to remove Kennedy Carter from it, point blank period. Because if not, then you will have a team that can't gel together, don't want to work together. My advice for them is to get ahead on this quick. Figure it out, man. Figure out what's going on with your team. Get it together before it gets worse. If they don't get this together soon, Chicago will continue to go downhill. And it will go no other direction until they fix the problem. Point blank period.